I'm a part-time introvert. You're probably thinking, what is that really supposed to mean? Well, short and simple, it means that at school I have a cow, even if someone is looking at me and I shy away. And at home, I'm this loud child. Polar opposites, but I don't know why as soon as I step out of my car first thing in the morning when my mom drops me to middle school, I put on my introvert uniform. I quickly jump out of the car in case my mom says I love you out loud and people around me walking into school could hear what she said. I'm a very paranoid person. I feel like the whole world is staring at me when my mom drops me, or even if I'm walking from class to class, as if I'm this clown walking around. My worst fear in this world is being called out in class. I've escaped being called out for a long time until one day in 7th grade when my teacher decided to call my name and ask me a question. I got tongue-tied and started looking around the room to see who all was looking at me. My teacher asked me the question again as she couldn't understand the gibberish that was coming out of my mouth. I felt like that 1 minute of me explaining the answer was like an eternity. I just felt as if the whole classroom was laughing at me and pointing fingers at me. That wasn't the case though, but my mind told me that was what was happening. Other times when I'm walking to my locker and my locker is at the bottom, I just walk around waiting for the cool guy who has his locker on top of me to leave, so I can access my locker. I don't want to look like a nerd, so I just act like I'm waiting for someone, and as soon as he leaves, I rush to my locker. I honestly don't know what comes over me, but something just takes over and I become this introvert weird person who can't communicate. I have a few friends who always ask me if I'm depressed or if I have problems at home. I say no in a weird way, making it worse, and they think maybe I am abused or something, which isn't even the case. I knows. I'm just scared that something might come out of my mouth, or I'm afraid if I don't have a cool enough shirt on, or if I have a booger in my nose. So many random thoughts run through my head. My head makes me think that I am less than my peers. Once my nurse asked me, "Dear, are you okay at home?" I replied by saying, yes. My yes wasn't even a convincing yes. She probably thinks that my parents torture me, but little do they know I am an introvert in the box type kid. How do I tell them that? My mother tells everyone I have this problem, and not to go by the fact that I'm quiet, because at home I'm the total opposite. I'm still not over this problem, but my mother says eventually I will be maybe in college or after graduation when I gain confidence. My mother was the same way as a child, but grew out of it as soon as she entered college. I'm hoping I can grow out of this problem sooner.